Let's bring in, meantime, Adam White, research fellow at the Hoover Institution, director of the Center for the Study of the Administrative State at George Mason's Antonin Scalia Law School. Mr. White, welcome. Good to have you with us. I assume you heard Kayla's sort of rundown of who seems to be in the lead. Why don't we start with Brett Kavanaugh? What is he known for? How might he rule on cases involving business?
Well, Judge Kavanaugh sits on the U.S. Court of Appeals for the D.C. Circuit, which hears a lot of cases involving regulation, regulatory power, and the structure of government. He's issued a number of opinions casting doubt on the powers, the broad powers granted to a lot of agencies. And so if he goes to the Supreme Court, one can expect he'll continue that trend of skepticism of overdelegation of power. Judge Hartmann has less of a developed record on this. His opinions did impress conservatives in the last go-round, obviously impressed the White House, but he has less of a clear record on questions of regulatory power and those related issues.
There are obviously concerns among some about the justices and their positions on such things as gun control, Roe versus Wade, sticking with prior stare decisis, sticking with prior precedent, and so forth. What can you tell us there?
Well, both of the alleged frontrunners have opinions that weigh in on these things. Judge Kavanaugh has shown judicial restraint in a number of cases, most famously where he was reluctant to see the D.C. Circuit get involved in the Affordable Care Act litigation. Judge Hartmann, in many of his opinions, has really parsed questions of precedent and not gotten out too far ahead of the Supreme Court's precedents in sensitive issues. So both of them have shown qualities of judicial restraint. But of course, on the Supreme Court, it's always a little different since the court isn't bound by its own precedents. And so there will remain an open question on how either of them would proceed in that environment.
Hey there, thanks for checking out CNBC on YouTube. Be sure to subscribe to stay up to date on all of the day's biggest stories. You can also click on any of the videos around me to watch the latest from CNBC. Thanks for watching.